Hello guys, today we're going to unbox and review the Lazengann diecast figure from CCS Toys. But before we continue, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, comment, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you'll be updated when new content comes out. The Lazengann is a mecha from the anime Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, piloted by Lord Genome, who served as an antagonist in the first half of the series. It is a very powerful and agile mecha. It has powers similar to the Gurren Lagann in that it produces drills from its body but using a more slender form, and its drills can change directions mid-structure like a tendril. When Lord Genome became part of the protagonist team, the Lazengann was sacrificed in order to get more spiral power for the Gurren Lagann team. Let's take a look at the box. So the box shows the Lazengann from the front, a very nice artwork, and then of course you see the name. This is the top of the box. This is one side. This is the back. Okay, you don't see a lot of things, just the names. Here's the other side. This is the bottom. Let's take it out. When you open the box, you get this very nice looking artwork as cover, and here is what you will get when you open the box. This is the back of the artwork I showed you, and this is the manual. You have the Lazengann, stand connectors, effect parts, and I think this is the throne of the Lazengann. When you take them all out, you'll have your display stand, the drills, more drills, the Lazengann, and effect parts and connectors. You also have the throne here. So here's the throne, and you get more parts inside. Here's the Lazengann. Let's take a closer look. Here's the Lazengann, guys, and what you get is a very sleek looking mecha. It's like a sports car turned into a mecha. You have all these very nice red highlights on various parts of the mecha. Okay, it looks really agile. Looks cool, and you have all these sharp edges providing a very sinister twist to the look of the mecha. You have all these details, very nice details. This is a well sculpted figure, guys. This side, this is the back. Even the back gets a lot of details, a lot of love from the sculptors and the designers. Although I feel that it's kind of scary if you're going to be playing with it a lot because you have so many protruding parts like this horn. I'm afraid it might break off someday, and of course you have the tail. Anyway, just be careful when you're playing with this guy. Very nice looking mecha. Looks and feels expensive, and that's something nice. Now when it comes to the articulation, the head moves left, right. You can turn the head. Okay. With the shoulders, again, you can rotate the shoulders. And you can move it this way. Torso, so you can move the torso backwards, forwards, so you can have a crunch there. See that? So it has a very nice effect on the mouth, on the chest of the Lazengann. Okay, nice. Now you can also move it side to side a little. Okay. Now the skirt moves, so you can do a split. See the angle, so you can do that also with the other side. Now here's a nice feature that the designers included. The front part of the skirt or the crotch, it can move upwards, so you can have a wider range of motion. Okay, especially if you're going to use the throne. Now with the knee, okay, so you have articulation on the knee and also on the toes and ankle. Here's the ankle. And it can also do it side to side a little. See that? Okay. Knee. There. Okay. Now the tail also has articulation. So be careful with the tail. Beautiful, guys. Now you also get a lot of extra hands, so you can simply change the hand into something that is more suitable to your needs. Now you also get this piece, okay, and you can place it here. You don't want to see the teeth, okay? So it's your choice how you want to display the Lazengann, but of course I always prefer the teeth exposed. Now guys, if ever you're going to put the Lazengann on a stand, you have to remove this part. See that? Okay. And then you replace that with this one. Okay, so you see the hole where the stand connector goes, and then you place it here. Okay. See? Also, if you're going to use the drill attack, you have this connector you need to attach, and you see these two holes. Okay, so you put it there, and those two holes will serve as areas where you can place the drills. Okay, see that? See this hole? This one. With the knee, you also get a nice feature. You can attach this drill piece and you can place it there. So see that? And you also get a power effect for that. Here it is. So you simply attach this power effect here. Here's a feature that's very important. So you see this hole. If you're going to show the Lazengann and all the drills, you need to take this out, and you get this little key type thing here. So you have to insert it there, and then you turn it, and then you have to remove that piece. Okay, see that? And then that is now where you will attach this part. So if it's a power effect for the drills, so this is where you attach it. There, see that? And now you see those holes. You can attach the other drills there. Now if you're going to be using or showing off the drill weapons, you take off the arm, okay, and then see this part, you remove this, and then now you can attach this. Okay, so you have here the extended drill. You attach it here. See that? Attach it here. Then simply insert it back. There. And guys, you can remove the hand and replace it with a hand that's producing a drill. There you have it. See that? Now here's a nice feature for the drill. Notice that there's a hole, and this one has a peg, so it means you can attach them together and put them or place them at an angle. See that? Now you also get this piece, and you see the holes. You can attach the drills here. See that? So you can do that with all the other drills. So it's up to you how you want to arrange the drills. Now here's the Lazengann with its drills. Okay, so it's going to be a tricky kind of setup because, well, with all these protruding drills, things might pop off. Okay, so you have to be careful when you're balancing this mecha. It's a very impressive looking figure, and you're going to need a lot of space if you want to display the Lazengann this way. And I suggest you use a stand, because if you're going to rely only on the legs or the feet of the Lazengann, there's a tendency for it to topple because of all these protruding parts that are pulling the body in all sorts of directions. The Lazengann is like a high-end sports car owned by a drug baron that turned into a mecha. It is exquisite in its beauty and being dangerous. I was apprehensive about getting it when I first saw it advertised, but now when I got to see it in person, it is something that I will only sell in a life or death situation. This is definitely an item you would want to hold on to. This piece is gorgeous, sleek, and cool looking, a scene stealer in a club filled with gorgeous models. I was also surprised by its size and weight. It is actually more than what I expected. I thought that it was going to be small, but I got a tall figure and one that feels substantial. It doesn't feel cheap. It has great articulation and the joints are tight enough to hold poses. The attachment for some of the rubber parts, like those that attach to its back for the drill effects, can be a bit loose, but the flaw is nothing to fret about too much. When you get to attach all the drills, it is something that will take over your shelf and declare itself king. Its playability is also very high given its accessories. The throne is definitely a great bonus, as it captures the essence of the Lazengann perfectly. At around $200, its price is reasonable enough considering its high quality. Grab one now while you can still get it. I am betting this item is going to go up in value tremendously. So that's the Lazengann figure from CCS Toys. This has been Kulas for Tambe Reviews. Thank you for watching. Keep on playing.